you don't have to go through hell if someone has already done it for you. Do you know what I mean? Like you can learn from other people.
Hello everybody, my name is Zax Jessup, I'm your host and welcome to Standin Up. I'm here with my good friend Jared.
What's up, my bro?
Oh, not much G, not much. Just recording a podcast.
Happy to be here.
First of all, how you going, how's your morning?
Good.
Good?
Keen to get straight into these level 5 conversations.
Yeah, facts. We get straight to it, Jared and I. We don't waste time. We don't do this, what we do. But we do it like big.
Yeah. Straight into the basement.
100% into the basement.
We go deep.
Secret lair type stuff.
You never know where it's gonna lead.
100%. My first question for you, Jared. What's your story? Who are you?
Far out, bro. Where do you want me to start?
You can start wherever you like. I figured that might be a tough one to ask people because not a lot of people have actually thought about it.
I've definitely thought about it. Well, as you know, like over the years, I've definitely evaluated my life a lot. I've come from roughish background. Like I don't know if you want to go back. You know, I grew up in a Christian home. You know, lived a pretty like normal childhood, good upbringing and whatnot. And then when I hit my teenage years, I kind of went off the rails.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That's probably like putting it lightly, you know.
lightly off the rails.
Lightly off the rails, you know.
Alright, fair enough.
Yeah, ended up getting pretty heavy into the drugs and partying scene and just, you know, crime and violence, you know, things, just all of that stuff that surrounds that type of scene.
Yeah.
Was heavy into that for a long time, you know, and yeah. Long story short, now I'm on the way back up, you know. In some ways, I'm grateful for going through all of that mess. Yeah, pretty grateful for the journey that God's had me on.
That perfectly leads into my second question, which is, as you were getting to then, how did your past or your story make you who you are now? Who are you now? How did that craft you?
Well, I think like reaching that point of rock bottom for me was like a massive. I think that was the thing that got me to change my life. Like, 'cause there's nothing that'll make you want to turn your life around more than reaching rock bottom.
Rock bottom, the bottom.
I got to the point of being in so much like pain and discomfort in my life and things just not going well in my life and my family. And you know, I reached that point of thinking about suicide, wanting to sort of give up, but like if I searched myself deeper than that, deep down, I knew that what I was doing, that life and everything that like so was surrounding my life at the time, like that wasn't what I was destined for. I had, you know, greater things to do with my life and for other people than what I was doing. And so that sort of forced me to think one day, you know, very deeply about what it was that I wanted to do with my life. Like, I've been doing all this stuff, none of this has any meaning, none of this has any value. It's not really getting me anywhere and it's destroying my life, it's destroying my family. I don't want this anymore. I remember specifically, I took a day off work, this job that I absolutely hated. I drove home every day just wanting to like, just neck myself. Like I was in such a bad place, man.
Was this the stonemason job?
This was concreting. This was working in concreting, like a concrete precast place. I just took the day off work one day after I had this like breakdown the day before. I was like, I can't do this. And I spent that whole next day just thinking about who am I? What do I want to achieve? Like what do I actually value in this life? What do I want to contribute? Like who is the person, the character that I want to be for myself, my family, you know, or started to like just think about all the stuff that I actually cared about, that I valued and what I wanted to do. From there, that sort of started to lay the path, you know, to get me out of that place of just meaningless and hopelessness, and started to put me on a path where I was actually moving towards who I was, who I could be, and who I wanted to be.
Sick. So once you kind of found that foundation, it kind of allowed you to really build whatever you wanted.
Yeah, well, I found the foundation by hitting rock bottom. It'll teach you a lot, that place. 100%. I think that, and you know, like actually, like over the years, I think that obviously not everybody has to learn that way, but I think that that for some people, rock bottom is the place that you need to get to be able to like go, all right, like to recognize that you've been falling.
Yes,
that you are falling, that you are, you know.
It sucks because...
And it does give you a landing place to be like, all right, you know.
Yeah, 100%. I know
where am I going from here?
So many people who just fall, and it sucks that a lot of us do have to reach rock bottom to figure it out. And just switching around, and maybe, and we've probably just dismissed it. But someone's probably said like, hey, like, you doing all right? Like, what's actually going on?
Yeah.
And that just didn't recognize in our heads.
Yeah.
I think it sucks that you have to let some people hit rock bottom sometimes, because it is a painful experience. You know,
but it is true. You know, people really only will learn when they like experience or decide for themselves.
Yeah.
I had people speaking into my life like the whole time. You know, family speaking into my life the whole time about, you know, trying to get me to see the road that I was on, and, you know, trying to sort of highlight to me that I wasn't walking down a good path. And I was just like, you know, you just don't care. You're just like, whatever, you know, like it's all good until something really smacks you in the face, and you're like, it's not all good.
Dude. But it's part of life, sort of thing.
I know we're just talking about like some people have to experience it for yourself, but like you don't have to. Like as much as you can actually learn from other people, listen to other people, you know, and learn from other people's stories. You know, books are a good one, but like you can actually, you don't have to go through hell if someone has already done it for you. Do you know what I mean? Like you can learn from other people, and if you're aware and you're actually paying attention and focusing and noticing about other people's lives and their stories and what they're doing, what they've done wrong and what they've done to succeed, like you can really draw a lot of significance from that in itself, and not, you know, learn from it, not walk down. You can avoid, you know, the pitfalls that other people have walked into.
100%. I think as well, like, some people are greedy. Some people just want, and despite them knowing this is going to be bad for me, I feel like we're all a bit greedy in just wanting to experience it for ourselves. And I don't know where that comes from. Like, everyone just automatically reckons it's going to be different. Nah, it's going to be sweet when I do it. Like, and they're right though, because we are all different people, and it's all going to be different, but it's all still going to be pain.
I think that mentality is more present in young people just because, you know, we're young and we haven't gone through like as much life yet. But like we talk about a thing called motivated ignorance. Like in addiction literature, we talk about motivated ignorance, which is exactly that. It's like, it won't happen to me. I'll get away with it. That's nah. Like, you know, I got this. You know, it's like, it's an ignorance that says like, I can beat addiction. Depression won't get me. I can keep going down this path and nothing bad's gonna happen.
Until it does.
Yeah.
Until it does. Dude, solid stuff. But Jared, where are you now?